I'm Dr. Vinay, Assistant Professor and Coordinator for Office of Online Training and Examination, Christ University, Bangalore, India. Let us first flatten the curve of pandemic, but not the learning curve. And this is the situation. That's why this kind of a webinar has been arranged, and where we will try to learn from different parts of the world so that we'll also get some of the ideas how we can go ahead next. Our university works with the motto Excellence and Service. We have 5 campuses, 22,000 plus students, 850 plus faculty members, 50 plus departments, 130 plus programs on undergraduate, postgraduate, MPhil, and PhD. First week of March, I think everything was going on well. And we were about to finish our classes, getting ready for the online regular exam, semester end examinations. Suddenly, government started deciding that no, from next 2 weeks onwards, it will be a close for all. And suddenly all of us also started thinking, what next? Don't know. Suddenly first week was a holiday for us, but later we realized that it is not because of just the holiday, it is a different things going on in the world. It's not different. India is not different from any other country which got affected. We were also the same. Right now, lockdown is there. This is what the situation you could see at Bangalore, India, across the places. May continue till 3rd of May, sometimes maybe 14th May, June 1st. We are not sure right now what's happening, but lockdown is going on. School, colleges, universities are closed. Nowhere physical movements are happening in those places. Slowly, only essential have been provided right now. Doctors, police, government, NGOs, societies are working very hard. But at home, if you see, we are also staying at home. Everyone is at home. Elders are a little scared. What's next? Taking rest at home. Parents are worried. How to engage the students, how to engage the doing work at home, how to take care of their kids. But children enjoyed for first few days. But later they thought, now it is boring for them at all. But few schools have started their online classes. But as of next level where we belongs to, educators slowly started thinking after first 15 days over, they started, oh, this is not going to end right now. We have to continue some more things. Slowly they started learning online, attending some conferences, webinars which are happening. And also together, not only work from home, it is work at home. We're also helping our families and doing these works. This is what the current situation is right now. Some of the challenges what we face, since the crowd is little bigger and more than thousands of people who are from different countries as well as outside the Karnataka, it was very difficult for us to go ahead to the what next level. Students were always be engaged from so many years. 50 years the classes were going on face to face. Now shifting onto an online mode is not easy. Our first challenge was the day which lockdown started. The next day itself was our exam was supposed to start. Interview process was supposed to happen for 30,000 plus candidates. Classes were supposed to be engaged. Nowhere we were prepared and nothing was ready in our mind. Our emergency remote learning is what we started at the beginning, what's supposed to start. But everyone was heard about online learning. And we were doing it from maybe a decade, we were doing it in online learning. But this emergency remote learning was a new thing for us, and faculties were not ready. And members of the online don't know what the online teaching means. How do I start? Should I show my face or should I show PPT? Should I talk a little bit? Or how do I engage? No idea at all, no clue for them. But at the same time, student level, if you think a large crowd where all are not techie savvy, that means they don't know how to operate mobile phones. They don't know sometimes. They may be basic phones. Some of them use smartphones. Some of them are very equipped with laptops, but it's a mixed crowd. And at the same time, accessibilities. I'm okay to start with internet classes, but is it okay for my student to start? They are staying at home. Some of them are locked in hostels. Some of them are guest places in somewhere they are. We don't know where they are right now. Helping faculties. First of all, they have to get ready. Our community should get ready. They should understand this is the situation. And then to the students, we have to take their confidence. That's a big challenge. Parents also were worried. They started querying, when is the exam start? When is the next timetable comes? When are you going to do all this? We have no clue with that. At the same time, IPU support is what majorly required from the backend. That is IT, which is a backbone of every technologies, where they have to work from home. How do they cancel or how do they work with the systems? How do they build new things? Technology, which one to use now? Which softwares we are supposed to start with? 100 questions. Even now in the chat, there are many questions which were coming up now. Which technology I should use now? Which software I should go? This is the same good challenges which were there with us. But some of the strategies we tried to follow it with that, where the government of India announced a lockdown and a March 2nd, 3rd week almost. Then the acting quickly decisively was more required by the institute level, where our university took the decision. We were more worried what to do next. What is our first steps towards the staff members and employees and the students? Next day morning, when we were worried, a message came from Vice Chancellor of Christ University to all of the staff members, which said that we are with you. First thing, do not worry, don't get panic, and we will support you in all the methods. This too shall pass. So take care of your health first, and then slowly we'll move to the next level. Then we started with a team of 20 members of an IT. Then we slowly started training one-to-one faculty members training for our admission process. It was next, which was pending for us to work on. So we started one-to-one so that we get a confidence with them. It's not like a group or a webinar where more people and we could not address them. We don't want it at first. So slowly we started. Then the next level, okay, fine, they're okay to just to operate computer now. What is next? So intensive training of 5 days quality improvement program for all teachers have been arranged with a group of 10 members from the academic staff college of the university, and for a teaching and assessment has been done. Next, teachers were made to experience it. Suddenly you can't make anyone to go and then start just the class and an online. They don't know what it is and they never experienced it. So we made them to experience it first, play around with some tools, submit your assignment. Like a student, you also do it, then you'll know how tough it is, how easy it is, and how can you go around with that. We made them play around with a lot of tools. Then they got little confidence with that, okay, this is how it works. This I'm not supposed to do, this I'm supposed to do it. Then some of the students, we cannot start the class online immediately because our classes are supposed to start from May 15th onwards. So we are yet to get ready with all regular classes, but we started with informed the departments to start with some casual interaction. Don't start today 9 o'clock class starts is not a good idea for any students to from the faculty side. So slowly start talking to them, casually ask them how they are, where they are, whether the health is fine, they're safe enough to access the systems, email them, talk to in video conferencing, or maybe in the social medias, it's fine. Then even our university is supporting a lot with the Department Center for Social Action. A lot of survival kits has been distributed in the nearby area of universities, and we got that message, what is happening in and around universities, even staying at home. So that gives a confidence, yes, our university is also working, and we are also ready to work and help them a lot. Our IT team, which is a backbone for all of this, worked very hard, day and night, training, scheduling, managing, connecting, and supporting all of the people was more required. Then what are the other strategies which could be adopted by all other teams and members of faculties? We started with 10 years before, I think, collaboration with Google Suite. That is a G Suite program for Google for Education program, which was there with us from the last 10 years. And we utilized that to a maximum level, where emails are available, video conferencing tools are available, chatting, unlimited drive space, where your documents can be downloaded and start using, sharing, collaboratively work with faculty, departments, as well as institute centers. It was very good for us. One more, I'll give you the details how you could apply for all this at the end. Coursera for Campus introduced immediately when COVID-19 got affected with across the country. Then slowly we also started applying for it. Then we wanted to engage our students. See, first 10 days was okay because people felt it was just lockdown. Then later we don't want them to stop their upskilling methodologies, or maybe you don't want to just stuck with wasting their time at home or any place. We don't want it done. So that's why we made them work with this so that we can collaboratively give them an option that which courses they can do online and works. Campus wide, we used LMS as Moodle as well as Google Classroom, which is both are compatible with mobile phones. As Vinu said, that it should be more concentrated on students who have access to mobile phones. Otherwise, we can't expect everyone to have 22,000 people to have a laptop. Now where they should be able to access it. Talk to them, students, get their confidence. If they have some issues, we'll be able to give it with them. Some of the students may not have even access to an internet at all. So how do you make sure that they are also getting something? First, try to contact them. Are you able to reach them on phone at least? Talk to them, then we can go ahead with giving some other way of assignments. Then our own software is what we have developed internally in the campus, helped us a lot to do this, all scheduling, grouping the faculty, sending, communication works very well. Right now we are going for a next level of examinations. A proctored examination has to be done for testing is process going on with few of the companies we have tied up, and then trying to work with that. How can we do for 10,000 plus students at the same time? Department level, smaller groups have been developed for a digital tool training, and it works. The planning for the next academic year, considering all these things, have been moved a little bit. Now, one by one, departments have started doing on this. What is next then? What should we do now? We don't know. This is happening, and how long we don't know means we should get ready for something. The new normal is where you have to adjust to this pandemic life. Be safe, stay safe at home, and then you should get ready. We can't be just like, okay, fine, it is going to come, will not happen, because everybody has started doing it. Even for standard 1 to 10th, they have started online classes. So kids has to be engaged. We should work at home, working from home, all are there at all. Working from home is a new normal. So get ready for that, adjust yourself. get up early so that you should start working with this will be the one. Where I give that one simple suggestion is that learn more, teach more. Know something from your side so that you experience it and give it back to the student is always very good option for us. Some of the things what you can adopt at your place, if you have not applied it, please do apply it right now. This is anyway, slides will be shared later, and some of the features of this is around 3,800 courses will be available to all students of your campus. You just apply and it is available till September 30th. They will be able to finish these courses. From the world-class 200 top universities are offering these courses. That will be an very good advantage for us, that apart from me, not only me teaching in the online, my other parallelly, my courses for my students is coming from the different universities. Even I have registered along with my students for a course so that I can know what is happening with them, how best we can go ahead with that. Then G Suite for Education, if your institute has not already applied, please do go ahead and apply for it. This is where institute has to get ready with these two. One is Coursera, where it can use during this COVID. Second one, it is not for COVID, it is for all the time. This G Suite for Education program is available free of cost to all universities and colleges. So please do apply so that you can get benefit of unlimited storage in the cloud. Email configuration for your name with your university or your college name will be provided by them. You can manage calendar, you can share your all documents online, use online websites to creations will be available. Now these two for campus. Now what for students? How do we do for a student has to get ready? Are they ready now? Many of the students are not ready with the technical knowledge at all. We need to prepare even them. That was some of the questions were there earlier. They asked, how secure is that to work in an online mode? Suddenly you're asking me to conduct a video, and then I don't know whether my video will be safe or not. It may be a Zoom bombing may happen, and then maybe a viral on my social media. We don't know. That's why first is equip yourself with what is best in the internet, how safe you can be. That means everybody is talking on online technology, internet, network, connectivity, video conferencing. So first is play safe in the internet world, learn safe in the internet world, and stay safe in the internet world. Google has introduced a program called as Be Internet Awesome. Please, it's not like a teaching part at all. You can teach even when it is a class, regular class available, but right now it is more useful when you go ahead and do it with at your own home and then instruct the students to do it. There are multiple levels of games has to be played by students, and they will be enjoying doing this at home. At the same level, it teaches them how to be safe, how to learn safe, how to stay safe. That is, gamified mode of learning is what the new technology terms which can be implemented in the classrooms. What it does teach them. When they share a lot of things, they should be very careful. They should not share unnecessary photos, images, videos, not necessarily how they can be, how it could be, how they should not fall for a fake information which comes on the online. How to secretly save, or maybe their secrets, passwords, other details has to be saved. And then a lot of information, it has to be made available to them first. They should be kind enough even on internet when it comes. Somebody is needs a help from you, they should be able to help it. When in doubt, they are not supposed to click and do something by mistake. That should be trained to our students in the level 1. If without all these basic information, if we start online class, tomorrow they are going to face a lot problem, and we are responsible for answering them. So first is, don't tell the students, first you experience. As a teacher, we should go ahead with, get an experience of all these. Okay, we are fine with this. Let me tell my students to do with it. Before starting on any online classes, ensure that all of them to go through this program. For every level, they get even a certificates. Ensure that they are happy that Google is giving them a certificate that you are good in awesome in internet usage. They'll be happy to do this part at all. Synchronous mode, as Kevin started today with saying that there is a lot of tools available. Maybe there are some free open source third-party tools. Of course, there are many, but out of that, if you go for the security levels are some issues. Many we are seeing in everyday news, all those. But we tried with all these 4, which was wonderful. Many of us, you may know that the Google Meet comes as a bundle along with your G Suite, which allows, right now it is allowing up to 250 members and can work on, do a conferencing and training. WebEx, which is up to 100 participants for unlimited number of meetings for a free account, is available right now. Big Blue Button, if you are using a Moodle as an LMS, you'll be able to use this. Microsoft Teams, which is also a part like this, and there are plenty more, 100 more. I'm not listing, I'm just giving. When you would like to conduct a synchronous mode of training, this is a wonderful way of connecting with your students, talk to them. Not like a 2 hours of movies we are trying to show them and watch me at all. No, the situation is different now. Students are not ready to accept us more than 10 minutes in a video. They will just mute and they will just go away, and they may think, okay, I'm watching it. That should not happen. That's why use smaller, shorter, small chunks to deliver your notes or talking to them casually first and then slowly moving on to that, it will be helpful. Sir, no, I cannot do always synchronous mode. I will not be available online always. Can I do something with offline? So I'll say for 20 minutes, can I engage them for 1 hour? For the whole day they're free, can I engage them? If that is the case, you could do a lot things on these. I'm not just telling these tools can be used, but there are a lot good features inside this tool that has to be used. One of the good question which was asked in a chat saying that, how can I do a lab programs or lab applications or a lab-based, practical-based subjects can be taught in this? Coursera just introduced a new things called as a Rhyme, along with the Rhyme as a company, which has been acquired by Coursera now for lab-based. Hands-on sessions can be given to them using Coursera. Any third-party plugin software can be implemented. Lot new courses are expected in month of beginning of the May through Coursera. It works. Use basic LMSs. Both are free available. There is a science journal. If you could see here, the third one, which is in a box, which is generally an app called as Science Journal. Those teachers who are trying to teach us science, maths, physics with an experimental level, you can do it. It can be taught using just your mobile phone. All mobile smartphones have at least 8 sensors which are built in inside that. If you would like to use that, this is the best option to work with. Download this app called as Science Journal. Try to experiment. You can teach a light, chemistry, as well as physics in easiest way, and they can experiment at their home, and they can make a notes of this as a journal, share it with you. It works. Kahoot need not to be present in a class. You have a challenge mode to do that, and then work with you. Create at the end of every unit, create one small challenge mode and ask them to play at their own time in their own home, so that you'll know who the ladder will be shown to the teachers that who is playing around, and students also, the healthy competition can be created with them. Need not to be always online, so I need to have my video presentation or experimental based teaching through an online screen is required. Then explanatory videos can be created using Screencastify tool. Padlet is an online dashboard where sitting everywhere using mobile or devices they can access. Creating a web page or creating a tools like experiment video, audio narrations, video explanations, which is not just a PPT which has got interactive animation. Someone asked the question, sir, how can we engage the students in maybe a more play around with that? This is the best tool called as Adobe Spark, which is free for educators. Full-fledged training is available inside the same tool. Even Screencastify has got a lot of certifications inside that as an educator. Do all this during this COVID time. This helps you a lot. Book Creator is an amazing tool for creating books. You start writing a book and ask your students, can you write a book for me of 4 pages or 5 pages as an assignment backup? It's an amazing way to give them creative options for them to do. Collectively, all the tools, apart from this, there are 25 more tools which can be used in your own, which doesn't require any technical knowledge for you. You can use it with a web page called that. Google has created and all this in one single place called as Teach from Home. The COVID started, they built everything and asked us to contribute. We also did a lot of suggestions for them that these tools can be. They made a wonderful web page. Just search for Teach from Home from Google. You get a list of tools which can be accessed from there. Now I know that the situation is not right now. We know mentally stressed at home, and we are doing a lot of things at work from home, work at home, controlling the kids at home and managing the office. There are phone calls, there are social media, tools to be learned, deadlines for submission of my own, preparation for next. But at the same time, make yourself at least 1 hour a day and try something new, learn something new. This will definitely change the day when we go ahead even with the next level. This is a part of our strategy, what we followed, and our faculty members are really enjoying it. And the overwhelming response by them, and they are able to give back the feedback that, oh, this is the good way, I wanted this tool. Everybody may not be able to use all tools. They may be able to, sir, my subject is different. I'm teaching sociology, I'm teaching science, I'm teaching maths, I'm teaching different. For everybody, there is a tool. Someone asked the question, can we get the maths tool to be taught? Of course, there are tools which can be used for that and work for this. Now, finally, I'll conclude with stay healthy, stay safe, stay at home. At the same time, upskill yourself so that we are ready for fighting with this, and we'll control the corona, but we will go ahead with our teaching and upskilling ourselves.